Shabbat shalom, everybody. We made it. We did it. We have been counting down the days between Passover and Shavuot, each and every day, infusing intention with every moment until we reach right now. The moment in our history, in our story, when we receive Torah, when our ancestors received Torah and began that process of passing it down, lador vador, from generation to generation to generation.
We made it up the mountain.
We made it up the mountain, and we made it back down again.
Yes, we did.
You know, back in my day, I had to go up the mountain to get Torah. But we are here. It's been 50 days since Passover. 50 days. So just sit with that for a second. I don't know if you've realized, if you haven't been counting the Omer, it's been 50 days. So just, if you need to close your eyes, but just think about what has happened to you, to the world in those last 50 days. How have you gone from a place of narrowness to perhaps just a smidge more expansiveness in your mind, in your heart, in your soul? As you take a deep breath in and let it out slowly, think about all that time since we received Torah to now, to what this Shabbat can possibly bring us, and how we might gently and carefully hand that Torah on to the next generation when we're ready, when they're ready. We'll open our eyes, we'll open our homes to the angels as we welcome them with Shalom Aleichem, page 11.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech, Malchei Hamlachim,
HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם, שלום עליכם, מלאכי השרת, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש, הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. שלום עליכם, שלום עליכם, מלאכי השרת, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש, הקדוש ברוך הוא.
We enter this sanctuary to welcome Shabbat. Within these walls, we sit surrounded by numberless generations. Our ancestors built the synagogue as a visible sign of God's presence in their midst. Throughout our long history and our endless wanderings, it has endured, a beacon of truth, love, and justice for all humanity. Its presence guided our ancestors to lives of righteousness, holding up to them a vision of their truest selves. And now we, in our turn, come into the sanctuary to affirm the sacredness of our lives. May we enter this place in peace. May holiness wrap around us as we cross its threshold. Weariness, doubts, the flaws within our human hearts, the harshness of the weak, let these drop away at the door.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת.
In the brightness of Shabbat, let peace settle upon us as we lift our hearts in prayer.
Ay, 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 ay. Page 8, although you might get confused because the conjugation of the verbs is a little different, and I apologize for that, but stick with me. Ay, 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 Shiru, shiru, shircha, shiru, shiru, ladonai, shiru, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, shiru, ladonai, shiru, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, shiru, ladonai, shiru, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Page 21. Shiru, shiru, ladonai, shiru, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, ladonai, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, ladonai, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, ladonai, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, ladonai, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Now we're going to put these two pieces together. Shiru, shiru, ladonai, shiru, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, shiru, ladonai, shiru, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, ladonai, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, ladonai, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, ladonai, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz. Shiru, ladonai, shiru, shir chadash, shiru, ladonai, kol haaretz.
Love your neighbor as yourself, you said. And light blinded, we saw that inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke and we wrote. We reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us as we climbed, fell back, and climbed again, your Sinai of life. We'll join together, Lecha Dodi, page 29, for the bolded verses.
תחילה לך דודי לקראת קלה עיני שבת בקבלה.
Top of page 30.
התעוררי התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי 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 שיר
seated as we settle into Shabbat on page 32, Magadlu.
Magadlu Maasechaya Ve'odamku Machshevotecha. Hallelujah, Magadlu Maasechaya
Hallelujah.
Ve'odamku Machshevotecha.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Magadlu Maasechaya
Hallelujah.
Ve'odamku Machshevotecha. Please rise for Baruch Hu.
Page 36.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai, Havorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach leolam va'ed. Please be seated.
Page 38.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם בארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We are Israel, witness to God's covenants. We are Israel, forbidden to worship power. We are Israel, prophets of a vision for all. We are Israel, schooled in the suffering of the oppressed. We are Israel, trying to beat swords into plowshares. We are Israel, teaching sacred words from Torah. Hate evil, love what is good. Let justice flow as a mighty stream. We are Israel, proclaiming your truth as we did on the shores of the sea. Page 39, we offer Micha Mocha. Turn to page 40. So we offer Hashkivenu, a prayer for the evening, a prayer to receive blessings of protection.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, v'taknenu b'etzah tova milfanecha. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ushmor tzeitzenu vo'enu l'chaim ul'shalom, ve'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim.
We turn to page 44, and we invite all who are able to rise to do so as we offer our silent Amidah, our silent tefillah, all the way through page 50. You may be seated when you are finished.
In honor of receiving Torah, our Eitz Chaim. Eitz Chaim hi למחזיקים בה בתוכיה מאושר. Eitz Chaim היא למחזיקים בה בתוכיה מאושר. Eitz Chaim היא למחזיקים בה בתוכיה מאושר.
this beautiful gift of Torah. We often hold it close to draw strength from its teachings. And now we have an opportunity to share some of that strength with those in our communities who need healing, who require strength of body, of mind, of spirit. And so if there's anyone you're thinking of tonight, we invite you to share their name out loud or just hold them close in your hearts at this time. Page 239.
Ana, ena, refana, la. 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 Ana, refana, la.
What makes community? What breaks community? We're currently celebrating the holiday of Shavuot, a holiday celebrating the events when the Israelites were gifted Torah by God at Mount Sinai. And this is the moment when the Israelites become a community. And it's upon this gift that the foundation of everything this community will become is built. And it's not for any one person to take on. Right? God could have given Torah to Abraham or Isaac or Jacob whenever God felt like it. But God waited until the entire Israelite community could receive it. And there's a strong suggestion that Torah is for the whole community. That each and every person is responsible. That no one should be singled out and not included. And since that time in the wilderness, we've taken on the tradition of studying Torah each week until we get to the end of the scroll. And then we begin again at Simchat Torah. As Rabbi Ben Bagbag instructed us, turn it and turn it over and over and turn it again. Everything is in it. We read and we reread this text, this history, these stories every year so that we can uncover some nuance in the text, discover something new about ourselves. This week's Parsha is Naso, which means to lift up. Continuing the instructions from the previous parsha, we're told again, Naso et Rosh, lift up the heads of the community members to count them so that they may perform certain tasks. But as the counting begins, we start reading that people in this community are singled out. Those with skin afflictions, those who are experiencing abnormal discharges, anyone who has been in contact with a dead body, those who have betrayed another, specifically women who are accused of infidelity. Not necessarily with any particular evidence, mind you, but just the accusation is enough to force these women through an entire public ritual to prove their innocence. What makes community? What breaks community? We're taught that we are all created B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God. We understand that this means that when we actively lift up the heads of our community members, we take notice of each and every one of them. That when we lift up their heads, we can hold them accountable. And when we achieve this level of understanding and acknowledgement, this is when God responds by lifting God's head. May God bless you and guard you. May God's face light up for you and grant grace to you. May God's head be lifted towards you and give you peace. These are the words of the priestly blessing found in this week's Parsha. 3 short verses, each with 2 blessings. Every verse increasing in number of words, which is such an incredible message, suggesting that when we connect with each other, we connect to the divine, and that we all receive more and more blessings. However, this blessing was written and is still offered today using the masculine singular. More liberal and progressively minded clergy often engage in grammatical gymnastics, attempting to offer this blessing to more appropriately reflect the identity of the person or people receiving it at that time. Because of this, I've begun to shift my own practice. Whenever I offer this blessing, I use non-binary Hebrew so that I can include everyone. Nobody's left out. So, as each of us considers what makes or breaks community and our role in each of those, I want to offer us tonight our oldest traditional blessing in hopes that we feel connection between all of us, the divine, as a community, so that we can ensure that each head is lifted and that everyone is counted. So I'll ask that if you're able to please rise. Yivarecheche Adonai ve'yishmereche.
Ken yehi ratzon.
Ya'er Adonai panav eleche v'chuneke.
Ken yehi ratzon.
Yisa Adonai panav eleche ve'yasem leche shalom.
Ken yehi ratzon.
Turn it over and over, for everything and everyone is in it. May this be our blessing. Shabbat shalom. We'll continue. We remain standing. We turn to page 282 as we offer Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה, ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כחיי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו כל
Seated. As we reflect on how we received Torah, we come to the moment of our service where we remember those from whom we received Torah. So at this time, our community is remembering Sandra Ash, Priscilla Atlas, Gabriel Berg, Francis Bindman, Richard Dame, Henry Davis, Samuel Frank, Igal Ganor, Donald Goodman, Jack Greenwald, Littman Greenbaum, Anna Halprin, David Krugman, Toby Lipp, Stephen Lynette, Myrna Lord, Murray Maines, Sarah Melmed, Ethel Mendelson, Eden Sage, David Sapphire, Edgar Smith, Joseph Sperling, Joseph Weiss, Joan Wortkin. And in the past 30 days, members of our community have lost Rabbi Jonathan Omerman and James Bernard, J.B. Goldman. And just this past week, we've lost Daniel Engel. If the name of your loved one has been read aloud and you're able, I'll invite you to rise so that we may acknowledge those who are remembering. And if the name of your loved one has not yet been shared and you'd like to bring them into this space, we'll invite you, if you're able, to rise and share their name either out loud or hold them in your hearts.
Tina Turner.
And if it's your custom to rise with the mourners, we'll invite you to do so. We turn to page 292 as we offer Kaddish Yatom to support those who are remembering, as well as to offer these words for those who have no one to say it for them. We'll join together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divarach kirete v'yamlich malchute. B'chayachon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehe shmei Rabbah mevarach be'alam ulmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudasha brichu. Le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechamata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Alenu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen.
Oh, say shalom. B'Roma. Oh, say shalom. bring peace down.
You may be seated. We have two important announcements this evening. The first, on Sunday, June 11th, we are going to be marching in Pride, and we have collected 11 other Jewish organizations who will be marching with us. And we'd love for you to join us if you're able. You can sign up on our website and join us there. Time and location still to be determined. I think we're trying to gauge how large of a group we are, and it's getting larger. So we want to make sure that everyone can meet safely ahead of time, but we are for sure marching Sunday, June 11th. Join us, please. Just the week before, Tuesday, June 6th, we have our congregational meeting. And at that congregational meeting, you, the congregants, are invited to vote on, to hear about a number of things that we're all talking about on the board, but also to vote on a very important bylaw. And I'm going to read you just a summary. If you happen to receive our newsletters, and if you happen to open our newsletters on occasion, you may have seen this already, but I'm going to read it anyway. This is a summary. This is only a summary of our proposed bylaw. It's in your email if you want to check it again. Here's the summary of the proposed bylaw. Bylaw changes at TIOH would update membership and leadership policies to accommodate Reform Judaism's changing landscape and the increasing participation of multi-faith families. The senior rabbi and president of the temple would have the discretion to extend membership to Jewish-adjacent individuals, and non-Jewish members would be allowed to serve on the board of trustees and vote in certain cases. These changes align with TIOH's focus on equity, inclusion, and diversity, and aim to leverage all members' talents and contributions. It's a very important meeting. We hope you join us to vote for that bylaw change. We are going to end tonight with little Kiddush. Shelley's going to lead us.
And you're all going to join me. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'b'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh b'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim kivanu b'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'vratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat lechaim.
We have a little bit of challah here. Let's bless it with motzi.
Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam
Amotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Yitzchayim hila machazikim b'tomcheha meushan. 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 Alayla, layla, alayla, layla, alayla, layla, alayla, layla. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
And I said, what did your husband do when this was happening? You know what she said? He stopped talking.